The core of what I do, we believe this: everybody has the ability to purchase a home. No matter what your situation in life is, you have a pathway to become a homeowner. If you don't know me, my name is Tony Tiller. I'm a local real estate agent in the St. Louis area. And if you're watching this, there's probably a good chance that buying a home feels not only exciting, but also maybe a little overwhelming. Maybe you've been scrolling homes online late at night wondering, is this realistic for you? Maybe you've talked to friends and family, you've got 10 different opinions, and you're trying to understand what this whole process looks like, but it just feels a little bit complicated. For a lot of people, buying a home feels like stepping into a world where everybody else understands the rules except you. People are throwing around terms like you got to get pre-qualified, escrow, appraisal, earnest money, do you have a down payment? And all of that can feel really, really overwhelming if you don't understand what the process looks like. You might feel like you need a translator just to understand the conversation because it feels like you stepped into a new language that everybody seems to understand except you. Like I said, I'm a local agent in the St. Louis area, and my goal is just to bring education to people everywhere so they can begin to build their roadmap when it comes to home ownership. My goal is to help you understand the home buying process so that you can make some confident decisions and be able to understand what all the pieces are to actually purchase a home. It is not to pressure you into buying a house tomorrow. It's not to hype up the market, and it's definitely not to make you feel behind. I believe this so much that, for example, when people ask me, Tony, what do you do? I hate to say that I'm a real estate agent or I'm a realtor. I like to say I'm a homeownership coach. My goal is to help people build the pathway to homeownership, whether that's going to happen in 3 weeks or 3 years. We want them to fully understand the process on how they can get there, because at the core of what I do, we believe this: everybody has the ability to purchase a home. No matter what your situation in life is, you have a pathway to become a homeowner. But just like if I was to, from St. Louis, try to get to Florida, and I type in my destination in Florida in my GPS, my pathway might be a little bit longer and have a little more routes and more turns and take a little more time than somebody who actually lives in Florida. And that's okay. Both people can get to the same destination. They just have to understand where they're at on the map. And that's exactly how we approach every client. Some people have a different route and they have to make a few more turns to be able to get to that destination. But the important thing is they can get there. They just have to be educated on what turns they need to make. And that's where we come in as home ownership coaches. Most people aren't scared of buying a home because they're not able to do it. They're scared to start because they don't understand the process. And when people don't understand the process around anything, you naturally hesitate. That's normal. I'm going to walk you through step by step in a way that actually makes sense. We're going to talk about finances. We're going to talk about credit. We're going to talk about all of those terms you're hearing in terms of down payments and inspections and contingencies and everything in between. But most importantly, I want you to understand why each step matters and how the pieces fit together in your homeownership journey. One of the biggest mistakes that people make is they try to skip straight to looking at houses before they understand the full process. And that's kind of like trying to build a house without having a good foundation. The exciting stuff matters, but the foundation matters even more. And I want to say this clearly too. There's no such thing as a perfect buyer. You don't need perfect credit. You don't need a giant down payment. You don't need to make 6 figures. And you definitely don't have to have every part of your life figured out. One of the ways that I explain my role as a real estate professional or homeownership coach is I act both like a GPS and a general contractor throughout the entire process. If you think about it, a GPS helps you understand where you're at on the map and where you're trying to go and the different routes available to get there. Similarly, a general contractor, whenever they're approaching building something, building a house or a project, they help coordinate all of the moving pieces and make sure the project stays protected as it moves forward. Buying a home has a lot of moving parts, and it's my job to help make those parts that are all happening at the same time manageable instead of overwhelming for you. I'm not interested in teaching you theory that sounds good but doesn't help you in real life. I want you to walk away understanding how real buyers actually navigate the process, what mistakes to avoid, what questions to ask, and what matters and what doesn't, and how to think strategically instead of emotionally. Because the reality is this: buying a home is not just a financial decision, it's a life decision. It impacts your monthly budget, your routines, your future plans, all kinds of stuff. For many people, this is the biggest financial decision they'll ever make in their life. That kind of thing deserves real education, not just random social media clips and opinions that you find online, and you don't really know if those people have credibility. I want you to understand something really important. This is not a race. Some of you might be ready to buy next week, and that's great. Some of you might be 2 or 3 years away, and that's okay too. What is important is you understanding where am I at on the map, what steps do I need to take, and that you understand the destination of home ownership is obtainable no matter where you're at and what your situation currently is in life. I'll explain industry terms in normal language you can actually understand, and you'll understand the process by understanding real-world scenarios. You're going to understand every piece that happens from the start of your home search to when you actually get the keys, and understand why it happens. So whether buying a home is something you want to do soon or you're just exploring right now, we are genuinely excited about being a part of this journey with you. So let's get started.